Hi, it's Alexis. My job is to help you get back with your ex. And if you're watching this video a month after your breakup, or probably a few weeks after your breakup, you're gonna learn very interesting things, because I know there's a key milestone for most people after a few weeks after the breakup where they feel stuck. They feel that they don't know exactly what they should be doing. And it is what I'm gonna cover today in this video after the jingle.
igetmyexback.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.
Before I introduce you the concept of today's video, I want you to ask yourself those questions. What have you done since the breakup? Did you make that breakup harder than it should be? Did you begged, pleaded your ex? Did you spam your ex? Or did you harass him or her, sending thousands of messages? Did you come across as needy? How did that help you so far? So if you've tried those techniques, and I'm pretty sure, because it's natural, it's like our natural instinct to show to our ex that we need them, to show to our ex that we are ready to get back together, that we are ready to make changes, that we are ready to change. Perhaps you've started no contact. How's it working for you so far? And again, I know a lot of people, they do no contact, and after a month, they are wondering, like, did I do something wrong? What should I do? What should I do next? And it's the most common question that I get in my private WhatsApp groups is, I've done no contact for X amount of time. What should I do now? Is it a good time to reach out? What should I do? So if you're not familiar with no contact and what you should be doing right after the breakup, I will put a video somewhere for you to know, to understand the concept of no contact and why it's important for you. If you've done no contact and you're stuck because you feel that it's not progressing, so you feel like, it's different. You've maybe broke up a few times before, but this time it is different. You think you've tried everything, and also it's something very common that I hear is like, I can't take this outside of my head. I can't stop thinking about my ex. What should I do? My advice is to control what you can control, okay? They took that decision, they made that decision for you to end the relationship. Now I want you to focus on the things you can control, and there are many things you can control in your life. I'll explain you. It's called the wheel of life. I didn't come up with this concept. It's a very famous coaching concept, mentioning that in your life there's sort of, if we were a stool, you have like 8 legs on that stool. That defines your happiness in a way. So business and career, finances, health, family and friends, romance, personal growth, fun and recreation, and physical environment. So you see, romance is just one leg of this stool. And what I want you to focus now, if you feel you're stuck, if you feel depressed, if you feel you can't really let go, is how you can strategically look at those aspects of your life and do something about it. So it's really about how you can take a snapshot of your situation right now, assess where you are, and do the right thing to progress. Because it's by seeing that progress in those areas of your life that you'll feel better, that you'll also create attraction to your ex, and that you'll have clarity. So no contact, if you're not sure about doing no contact or not, what I've done is I took fun, personal growth, romance, and health, and I sort of plotted a graph of what happens when you do no contact and what happens when you don't do no contact. So the first graph is when you don't do. When you sort of get stuck in that I don't want to let go. What happens is, so for both graphs, we start minus week 1, so before our ex decides to end the relationship, or maybe you're the dumper, so before you announce to your ex that it's over, and you see, your personal growth, maybe it's low, and let's say fun, personal, romance and health are around 7. It's not 9, it's not 10, because before breakup, the relationship was not perfect, obviously. So what happened is, we think that on the first graph, so the one where we don't do no contact, the romance and fun really decreases sharply. And it reaches like almost 0 very quickly. Personal growth is the same, because we are so hooked on our relationship, so hooked on our ex, we don't have time, we don't have energy to focus on ourselves. And therefore, it was probably at maybe 4. In this example, I said 2, but it really gets down to 0. And for your health, what happens is also, it has a massive impact on your mental health and on physical health. Being constantly chasing your ex, waiting for your ex to reply to your message, always bringing, you don't have any headspace for you, don't have any space mentally, physically, you sleep less, you feel more tired, you have signs of depression, this kind of stuff will really also affect your health. So in all aspects of your life, I didn't put the others because to some extent it will affect your job, it will affect your relationship with friends, but these I think are the ones that indirectly are correlated with that breakup. So now when you do a no contact, what happens is, what I suggest, and I'm not the only one asking that, is when you do no contact, it's an active no contact. You do stuff. You have now 30 hours per week available to you, because that's the amount of hours that is actually a relationship, that represents a relationship. So if I take at health, it's like use that time to do something else, to go at the gym, to try a new sport, to eat healthy, okay? So use that time to invest in this aspect of your life. In terms of personal growth, get a therapist, speak with a coach or a counselor like myself. Then there's a helicopter going flying when I speak anyway. Go and ride helicopters or stuff like that. And there's the fun aspect, how can you bring fun to your life, how you can also socialize more and do things like that. So be proactive with those stuff, and you have control about those stuff. You have control about those 3 elements of your life. And what happens is, obviously the romance will go down very sharply, but then things will be different. And that's the magic moment that people sometimes don't really realize when they start no contact, is at some point they'll see that their ex will change their view of you, their perception of you. And therefore you will create, but you don't go from 0 to 10, you'll go gradually from 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's how you're going to start reenacting, rekindling the relationship you have with your ex. I hope it was not too nerdy scientific. My point is really track the progress on your own wheel of life, and I will put a link in the description where you can download the wheel of life, and I will also put some other materials for you to learn and develop yourself using that technique. Remember, the romance area of your life is only 12.5% of your life. So my advice is every week you plan your week ahead and you look at the activities where you can improve your health, your finance, the career environment. I'll give you an example. I'll give you a few examples. Finance. So maybe this week I'm going to look at all my subscriptions, the credit cards, and I'm going to look at what do I really want, what do I really need. Health, maybe I want to try fasting or a new diet or something healthier. Friends, would be proactive. I would organize a dinner party. Be proactive, plan those things, because if you don't, what's going to happen is that the week will go by and you reflect and feel like nothing has changed in my life's shit. I'm single, there's nothing, exciting in my life. Be proactive, and you'll see that you will create that virtuous circle that I mentioned in the graph. Gradually, it will affect the other areas of your life and eventually the romance aspect. Personal growth, buy a book on personal development, not love related. You don't want to focus your brain and attention on love related topic, but anything about performance, goals, motivation, this kind of stuff. Fun, I don't know, go karting. Do some go-karting. I love go-karting, I put this one, but it's anything you wanted to do at some point, but you sort of postpone or didn't want to do. Plan those stuff. Because you have also to acknowledge that if you wait for others to plan the fun aspect of your life, sometimes, people have other things to do and they might not necessarily think about you. So be proactive with that. Environment, it's very important as well. Maybe you declutter your bedroom, maybe your house is messy. It's time for you to declutter what's going on. Declutter your mind, declutter your house. And career, maybe, and I know a lot of my clients, they drown themselves into work, which is okay. if it's not too much, because then it could affect your health and your family and friends, but that's something also you can invest your time, invest your energy. And the idea is to see progress. Being proactive will compensate that loss, because it's exactly how you feel right now, is that feeling of loss. And as a result, you also may be working towards fixing your relationship, because maybe there was something about your finance that didn't work. Maybe it was something about your personal growth, something about your aspect of your life or your childhood or trauma that you brought into the relationship. Maybe it's because of your career, maybe you don't have a stable job. So look at those aspects as well to have an effect on your relationship. Now, the burning questions, and I took screenshots from today actually on the WhatsApp groups that I have, and again I have some links in the description if you're interested to join those WhatsApp groups. I've done 4 weeks of no contact. Should I reach out or wait? How long do I stay in no contact? Is being no contact for more than 30 days bad? So, what is the answer? There is one unique approach per case, because your relationship is unique. So, I really can't tell you on the video, this rule works for everyone. It doesn't make sense. It's as if I provide, a relationship counseling on video. It doesn't work. It depends on so many criteria. I'm going to list the criteria after that, but you have to acknowledge that if you read and listen to people telling you, you have to do 30 days, and that's 30 days, like it's a magic number, it's a scientific number. No, it's not. There's no scientific evidence about this milestone or this number. It really depends, and it depends. And the reason I'm saying that is because I've seen so many clients where they were fixated with this date, and in reality it doesn't really work like this. So a few criteria: the tone of the breakup. How did you end the breakup? Maybe your ex wanted you to do something, therefore they expect you to reach out. There's a lot of cases where there is a misconception or misunderstanding. Sometimes women who would break up with the ex, asking them to change something, like, you haven't changed, you're not listening to me, and they decide to end the relationship, and basically what they expect is their ex to come back to them, explaining them, making amends, stuff like that. You still need to do the contact, because you have to really press on the reset button, but sometimes it's the right thing to be the one to engage, and sometimes sooner rather than later. The level of anger, some people react differently. That's why I can't really tell you 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. A lot of people, sometimes it takes them months to forgive, take them months to sort of be okay with that. I had a client, like, we tried to test the water to see whether she was okay, and he really, it's not backfired, but she was not ready yet. And it took months for her to forgive him, or to accept, because he didn't do anything wrong, but to accept that he was actually not a bad guy. And they're together, but it took months for her to realize and process that information. So it's really hard for me to tell you 30 days or 60 days, it depends. Obviously, if they're stubborn, if they're proud, their attachment style, avoiding people, it's the typical case where it's okay to actually reach out, because sometimes you're never gonna hear from them otherwise. The social links, if you, for example, if you have kids together, then it's, I guess, impossible to do no contact. So you have some clues on whether when you're in touch with your ex-wife or ex-husband, it's okay to start a conversation about something else than kids. And so on and so on. There are so many criteria. I could do 20 slides on this, and I can't really tell you all of them, because it depends on the discussion I have with you. So if you're lost, don't hesitate to give me a call. I also leave a link in the description if you want to give me a call. If you're in no contact and want to know if you should reach out or not, if you are about to go no contact, if your ex reached out but you don't know exactly what to say, don't hesitate to give me a call. I'll be more than happy to help and provide you some guidance, because I do believe videos are great for you to learn some concepts such as the wheel of life, and that I really believe that it will help you out. But when it comes to specific things such as, should I break no contact? When should I break no contact? And what should I say to my ex? Honestly, it's better to speak with me. So don't hesitate, I don't bite, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
igetmyexback.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.